You disappeared so completely that even the memories started adjusting to your absence. And now you're standing here speaking about loyalty. Like the word didn't spend years searching for a place to live while you were nowhere to be found. The timing of your return deserves an award because you managed to stay invisible through every setback, every delay, every doubt, and every difficult conversation. Then suddenly reappeared the exact week everything started looking valuable. You keep talking like distance happened naturally when the distance was carefully maintained. Every time support became inconvenient, which is interesting because convenience always seems to arrive disguised as coincidence whenever success enters the picture. Back then, every message felt optional, every invitation felt unnecessary, and every conversation felt postponed. But now somehow urgency has entered the relationship and enthusiasm has become a permanent resident. The funniest part is watching somebody rewrite history in real time, because the version you're describing sounds significantly more loyal than the version everybody actually met. You speak about friendship the way investors speak about opportunities, because every sentence sounds less emotional than strategic, and every compliment arrives carrying calculations hidden behind the packaging. The energy changed so dramatically that if circumstances were a person, they'd probably feel personally responsible for the transformation. I watched you ignore progress when it looked uncertain and celebrate progress when it became undeniable, which means you never actually believed in the journey. You simply developed an interest in the destination. Every story now begins with how close we were and somehow skips the chapter where you vanished whenever consistency required effort, which is a fascinating edit and choice considering that's where most of the important details lie. The strange thing is, I don't even feel betrayed anymore, because betrayal requires expectation, and expectations quietly packed their bags years ago. You keep acting surprised that trust didn't survive abandonment, even though abandonment has never been famous for strengthening relationships. The conversations sound polished, the explanations sound rehearsed, and the intentions sound profitable, which creates a combination that would be convincing if memory wasn't still available for consultation. Back when the room looked empty, you treated absence like a hobby. Now that the room looks crowded, you've developed a sudden passion for connection. Every compliment arrives slightly too late, every apology derives slightly too polished, and every explanation arrives carrying the scent of convenience. By the time you finish explaining why you were always around, I'll probably still be remembering how quickly the silence answered that question, long before you tried to. Yeah. Silver skyline in the rear view glass when turbo scream when the foot go mash. Whole lane split when the coupe move fast. 808 punch make the trunk line clash. Raincoat drip with the chrome all black. City lights blur when the tires snap. Whole squad lit in the hatchback mat. No weak songs in the playback pack. Red line push on the interstate bend. Fast life glow with the cash I spend. Whole crew laugh while the bass descend. I too alive for the ride to end. Tick tick crack when the hi-hats dance. Every bar got a high-speed stance and turn rhymes in a tight-knit pattern like lane switch drifts in the storm and phantom. No fake captions for the online hype, no fake diamonds for retention lights. I want beachfront glass for the skyline bright. Big rooftop parties in a private flight. Cold air rush through the moon roof slit. Whole car bounce when the kick drums hit. Everybody locked in the midnight drift with a soundtrack built for a life this rich. Boom, clap, stop. When the low end land, whole dashboard shake from the speaker slam. Every punchline got impact packed like supercar lunches on racetrack. Asphalt, fast flow mode with the cadence switch. Tongue move sharp with some savage ish. Every syllable stitched too thick like burnout smoke when the tires twist. Black leather seats with the ambient glow. Night wind sweet while the palm trees blow. Whole lane move when the sub bass roll. Everybody wild when the hook explode. DNA burst when the beat line crack. Voice go up then the flow snap back. Every line got pressure packed like wild buddy runs in a Hellcat. Black hole city jump when the bass line growl. Window shake when the drums too loud. No weak vibes when the track go hard. Everybody locked in a superstar cloud. Still got hunger in the bloodstream deep. Still got goals that I gotta reach. Still move fast while the world is asleep, cause dreamers drive while the rest just sleep. 808 slide, do the speaker frame, whole lane shake when the sub bass bang. No lazy talk, no copy paste, just midnight drives in the foreign race. Tick 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 boom, now the engine scream. Fast lane switch with the laser beams. Every rhyme got velocity like twin turbo boosts on the city streets. No weak spots in the structure build. Every cadence got pressure sealed like race. Stay focused behind the wheel with the hunger too real to conceal. Double bag stuff with designer fleece. Energy drinks and expensive sneaks. Whole squad deep with the restless heat. Everybody locked when the drums hit deep. I stay grinding while the rest stay home. Now the skyline view look platinum gold. Same dudes laugh when the dreams felt bold. Now the screenshot every move I pose. Boom boom stop when the kick drum smash. Whole truck shake from the baseline crash. Every verse got momentum packed like midnight races in a supercharged jag. Fast fast pace when the chorus hit. Whole heartbeat also psycho-ish. Every line got pressure grip like tire smoke when the launch control hit.
fast, whole squad move when the hooks attack. Everybody lit in the all black bands, cause all work turned to the life we have. Internal patterns on overlap like three-way routes on a GPS map. Every cadence attack like V12 bikes when the valves all crack. Whole squad ride when the moonlight hit, beaks up bass with the neon drip. No weak bars, every sit and slip like Tokyo signs on a midnight strip. Late night cruise with the windows crack, ocean breeze while the bassline slap. Whole team laugh in the Cadillac, cause all night drives turn to moments that last. Still got goals in a savage mind, still want more when the stars all shine. Cause once you level up one more time, you see bigger dreams on the other side. 808 pressure make the whole car jump, hands on the wheel when the hooks all punch. No burnout vibes, no slowing up, just non-stop gas till the sunrise come. Middle, let the track, now the flow go crazy. Rapid fire tongue all energized lately. Every syllable sharp and wavy like highway runs going 180. Rap too fast but the bars stay crisp, whole car shake when the sub bass hit. Every cadence gap champion grit like first place wins in the final sprint. Purple skyline with the ocean shine, whole lane move when the beat line rise. No dark vibes, only pressure and pride, just pure fast life for the late night ride. Boom 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 boom.
You keep speaking like the room owes you respect, while the evidence keeps filing complaints behind your back. And honestly, the contradiction is becoming more entertaining than the performance itself, because every introduction sounds monumental and every outcome sounds suspiciously average. The confidence always arrives before the credentials, and somehow you're surprised when reality refuses to validate the marketing campaign, which is strange because presentation has been carrying responsibilities that capability never volunteered to handle. You spent so much energy protecting the image that the image became more developed than the person standing behind it, and now every conversation feels like watching a spokesperson trying to defend a company that stopped producing anything worth discussing years ago. That explanation sounded impressive until somebody asked a follow-up question, and suddenly the certainty started changing shape, because certainty built on assumptions rarely survives detailed inspection. The entire strategy seems dependent on nobody checking the details, which would be a fantastic plan if details weren't the exact place where the truth usually lives. You keep describing yourself like a headline, while the facts keep behaving like fine print, and the gap between those two things is getting large enough to require its own address. The funniest part is watching somebody mistake attention for leverage, because attention disappears the moment something more interesting arrives, while leverage keeps working even when nobody feels like clapping. A polished introduction can only travel so far before it runs into reality. Your reality has never shown much respect for rehearsed narratives that aren't supported by measurable results. You talk about standards the same way tourists talk about ownership, because visiting something briefly and building something permanently have never been remotely similar experiences. The room gets noticeably quieter whenever specifics arrive, because specifics don't negotiate. They don't care how expensive the presentation looked before the question started. That reputation survived applause beautifully, but it seems considerably less comfortable around accountability, which probably explains why accountability keeps getting postponed until a more convenient date. The language becomes increasingly complicated whenever the facts become increasingly simple, and that's usually the moment I start paying closer attention, because complexity has a habit of appearing when clarity would be inconvenient. You keep acting like criticism created the weakness when the weakness was already there, and criticism simply turned the lights on, which is an important distinction if accuracy still matters. At some point, the performance stops looking ambitious and starts looking repetitive, because repeating the same promises in higher resolution doesn't actually transform them into achievements. By the time another speech finishes explaining why recognition should arrive, somebody quieter has usually produced another result and moved the conversation forward without needing permission, approval, or an audience. You never had a second for a conversation, when the calendar looked empty and the future looked expensive, but somehow you found unlimited availability the moment the figures started climbing, which is interesting, because I don't remember success teaching anybody where my number was. Back when the situation looked uncertain, you treated distance like policy and silence like strategy. Now every message arrives decorated with enthusiasm, and every invitation arrives carrying a level of urgency that would have been useful years ago. The funniest part is watching somebody try to reconstruct the friendship they personally abandoned, because memory subtly become flexible whenever circumstances become profitable, and loyalty always seems to become fashionable after the rewards start appearing. You keep talking like history forgot what happened, even though history was standing in the room taking notes while you were disappearing. Every time support would have required inconvenience. The energy changed so dramatically that if I didn't know better, I'd assume somebody replaced the entire personality, because the version of you that exists now would have never recognized the version of you that existed back then. It's amazing how quickly admiration starts sounding like investment advice once money enters the conversation, because the people who never believed in the mission suddenly become experts on the destination. Back when progress looked slow, you treated every update like
background noise. Now every move becomes a discussion topic, and every decision becomes a reason to reconnect, which would have been flattering if the timing wasn't so predictable. You keep presenting coincidences, genuine interest, even though genuine interest usually arrives before results, and coincidence usually arrives afterwards, carrying suspiciously good intentions. The same people who disappeared during construction always seem fascinated by completed buildings, because foundations aren't exciting until they're holding something valuable. I watched you ignore opportunities to be real and then return with opportunities to be convenient, which explains why familiarity exists but trust never arrived. Every conversation sounds carefully calibrated now, because you're trying to reverse engineer access without acknowledging absence, and absence tends to leave evidence even when people pretend it didn't happen. The strange thing is, I don't even feel angry, because disappointment requires surprise, and none of this behavior qualifies as unexpected anymore. You keep speaking random action while calculating proximity, speaking about friendship while measuring benefits, speaking about support while reviewing outcomes, which would almost be impressive if it wasn't so obvious. Back then the silence explained everything, and now the attention explains everything else. Few people reveal themselves most clearly when circumstances change, and circumstances changed enough to make the motives impossible to miss. By the time you finish explaining why we were always close, I'll probably still be remembering how quickly distance appeared whenever there was nothing to gain from standing nearby.
Wait. White storm hit on the reinforced glass. Ice field stretched where the shadows pass. Generator hum in the frozen dark. Whole base lock while the blizzard thrash. No loud flexing, no stage reactions. Just cold breath and exact calculations. Everybody here got roles and duties. Nobody here chasing validation. Band for band, but the pressure different. No bright lights and no easy living. One small error in this environment turn a routine day to a serious incident. No cat tracks through the endless white. Flood lamps cut through the polar night. Most see photos in a frozen landscape. Never see what it takes to survive. Every route got a marker attached. Every risk got a number attached. Every loss got a lesson attached. That's why the growth never happened by chance. No shortcuts, no gimmicks. No miracle moments gifted. Just pressure and repetition till the vision became something different. Control room lights and the monitors glowing. Weather data constantly flowing. Most see results when the report's published. Never see years of collecting information. Kick drum hit and the whole bass vibrate. Bassline roll like the storm outside. DNA switch when the low wind lands. Whole atmosphere start changing. Cold hard focus in a brutal setting. Everybody sharp when conditions shifting. Most get nervous when the eyes get ugly. I get sharper when the pressure present. Wind speed rising and the walls keep rattling. Ice crystal strike on the steel paneling. Every crew member moving with purpose. Every position tied to the mission. Clock keeps spinning and the stakes keep rising. World keep moving and the pace keep climbing. Everybody watching when the breakthrough coming. Very few know what it took to find it. Satellite link through the upper atmosphere. Messages cross from another hemisphere. One small signal can change everything. That's why details matter here. Most want seats at the winner table. Few want ears in unstable places. Few want nights full of second guessing. Few keep moving when the path get dangerous. I did stay there, stay focused, stay prepared, stay patient, stay working, stay learning, stay aware. Research notes in a weather binder. Long road travel but the route ain't finished. Still got answers left to uncover. Still got questions that ain't been solved yet. Most get trapped by the first success. Lose the hunger and the sharpness next. I got stricter when the goals got bigger. Got more focused and obsessed with progress. Fast switch, big shift, whole base, get hit. Mind sharp, no slip, top tier, built this. Now the tempo rise another level. Now the flow get tighter than ever. Now the bar stack layer on layer. Now the pressure turn fuel for the engine. Quick cadence and a rapid transition. Back-to-back patterns and internal collisions. Every line linking to another section. Every rhyme fit in the bigger picture. Fast pace, no brakes, more weight. Still straight, big goals, new stage, more growth, still chase. Calculated placement, patient engagement. Years of frustration turned elevation. No hesitation, pure dedication. Built the foundation, then raised the ceiling. Back to back to back with a tactical cadence. Never depended on random occasions. Built from patience and daily consistency. Now the whole operation move officially. Everybody love the final outcome. Nobody love what it costs to become. Everybody wanna hold the trophy. Nobody wanna carry the burden. I did. Still do, still move, still prove, still build, still climb, still grow, still improve. Rapid rhythm and accelerated pacing. Syllables stacking and perfectly placing. Every decision connected to vision. Every ambition attached to precision. White storm rage and the floodlights glowing. Another challenge and the engine's running. No finish line and no destination. Just another answer already waiting.
Everybody looked unstoppable, while the conversation stayed comfortable. But the second the standards increased, the confidence started shrinking, because confidence built on convenience has never survived contact with reality for very long. The same people who spend hours explaining why they're different somehow keep producing identical results, which makes me wonder whether they enjoy the idea of progress more than the responsibility required to create it. I keep noticing that people become extremely creative whenever they're explaining why something didn't work, and strangely uncreative whenever they're asked how they plan to improve it, which tells me excuses and solutions rarely come from the same mindset. Most competitors defeat themselves long before anybody else gets involved, because inconsistency quietly destroys opportunities while everybody's busy searching for dramatic explanations. The room always changes when measurable performance enters the discussion, because measurable performance doesn't care about charisma, reputation, presentation, or popularity. It only responds to evidence. I've watched individuals spend years polishing introductions while completely neglecting substance, and then become confused when attention disappears, because attention was attracted to the surface, and the surface eventually stopped being interesting. Everybody wants recognition, but recognition becomes surprisingly unimpressive once you realize how often it's given to visibility instead of value, and visibility has never been particularly difficult to manufacture. The interesting thing about pressure is that pressure doesn't create weaknesses, it reveals them, which is exactly why some people improve dramatically while others spend all their energy searching for somebody else to blame. I stopped being impressed by predictions, because predictions sound intelligent until reality arrives, and reality has a habit of humiliating people who mistake confidence for accuracy. Most individuals talk about discipline as if discipline is a personality trait, when it's actually a decision repeated often enough to become difficult to separate from identity. The louder somebody advertises certainty, the more curious I become, because certainty is usually strongest in environments where consequences are weakest. And consequences have always been my preferred method of verification. Some people become obsessed with momentum once momentum is visible, even though they ignored every stage required to create it, which is probably why they understand outcomes significantly better than processes. I learned that competition becomes easier once you stop treating competitors like obstacles and start treating them like information, because information helps you improve while emotion usually slows the analysis down. Every level introduces a different challenge, every challenge introduces a different lesson, and every lesson introduces a different opportunity to separate preparation from performance. The objective still looks demanding enough to command respect, the distance still looks large enough to require effort, and the standard still looks high enough to expose weaknesses, which means the challenge remains worth pursuing. By the time somebody finishes explaining why the destination isn't realistic, I've usually already become interested in a destination even further away, because limits sound much less convincing when they've been wrong repeatedly.
Cold fog roll from the riverfront bend, black zip coat and the face gone blank. Street light flick on the puddle cement. Whole lane hush when the crew step in. No loud flex, no staged out image. Most man chase validation gimmicks. I stay low in the background, building brick by brick with a tunnel vision. Gray sky hanging above the estates. Train line scream while the brakes still scrape. Young boys dream while the days escape. Trying to find light in a place that aches. Band for band with the measured delivery. No fake rage for the internet energy. Real pressure, don't need extra emphasis. One calm look says more than a sentence. Rain hit hard on the warehouse roofing. Going cut but the stride kept moving. Everybody talks when the party path looks easy. Silence arrives when the route gets steep. I seen fast fame and the fast decline. Seen fake love disappear with time. Seen bright lights turn to warning signs. That's why my trust got razor wire. Black cab passed with the headlights blurred. Late night thoughts got the chest disturbed. Every hard lesson became worth learning. Every wrong turn made the route more certain. Kick, snare, crack and the wound gets tighter. Baseline cruel like a live wire spider. Whole mood shift when the tone gets darker. Whole crowd lean when the flow gets sharper. No handouts came from the clouds above. No lucky breaks and no magic touch. Just long weeks when the funds got low. Still stayed locked in adjusted course. Back road through the industrial side. Smokestack shadows in the moonlit sky. Most get lost in the noise outside. I got focused and simplified. Cold steel rails and the station lights. Lost train gone but the goal survives. Everybody sleeps while the grind stays live. That's the difference that defines a life. Click clack steps in a strict routine. No shortcuts hidden behind the scenes. Most want crowns but avoid the climb. Then wonder why they got left behind. Rain drip rhythm on the bus stop cars. Years move quick and the months move fast. That setbacks hit like a heavy crash. Still rebuilt every broken patch. Dark gray clouds over brick foundations. Hard times built stronger concentrations. Every challenge became education. Every closed door made adaptations. Band for band with the pressure contained. No wild moves, every action arranged. Some get hyped and they fade away. I stay patient and played the game. Now the drums start changing shape. Low and rumble in the room vibrates. DNA switch when the baseline breaks. Whole atmosphere starts mutating.
Fast pace rising, mind stay tightening. Time keeps flying, goals stay guiding. Feet stay planted, eyes stay widening. Storms keep striking, still keep climbing.
Tick, 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 and the rhythm accelerate. Every little sentence locked into formation. Every disappointment turned into motivation. Every mischance became preparation. Quick fire patterns with the legged alignment. Internal rhyming inside every line. And time after time I refine what I'm riding. Do the momentum while others stay silent. Fast lane thoughts in the midnight circuit. No waste of motion, every move got purpose. Most get nervous when the pressure surfaces. I get sharper when the stakes step urgent. Back to back to back with the backed up cadence. Black sky, cold nights, calculated patience. Track side lamp lights, string vibrations. Stacking up years of determination. No sleep, long weeks, deep focus. No cheap shortcuts, keep going. Road steep, both feet, still planted. Mind locked, whole soul expanded. Rapid fire rhythm with the lungs still working. Words intertwined and the structure turning. Every verse burning with earned conviction. Not just noise for a quick reaction. City light shimmer through Rain Street windows. Dreams feel distant but the drive stays simple. One more mile, one more step, keep building. That's how mountains move from pebbles. Fast flow, black coat, cold weather. Strong mind, long road, still better. Head high, eyes forward, no pressure. Storm came through, made me tougher.
Clock keeps spinning, world keeps shifting. Still stay driven, still stay different. Every scar got a lesson hidden. Every loss give a stronger vision. Every fall built better balance. Every risk expanded chances. Not a pace, hit another dimension. Syllable stacks in a chain reaction. Pattern on pattern on pattern attaching. Pressure increasing but for focus adapting. Breath gets shorter, flow gets faster. Words overlapped and the bars get packed up. Dark sky energy with the coffee's bossed up. Whole track moving like a freight train passing. Still great dawn on the skyline breaking. New day coming in the path stays waiting. No grand speech, no celebration. Just more work and more elevation. Last line written with the same intention.
Keep progressing and avoid complacence. 10 toes down through every season. Still moving forward for a bigger destination.
You spent so much time rehearsing greatness that you never noticed the rehearsal became the entire career. And now you're standing in front of people who can tell the difference between production value and actual value before the conversation even gets started. The way you describe yourself always sounds a lot more expensive than the way your decisions perform, because confidence has been carrying responsibilities that competence never bothered showing up for. And everybody can see it the second the environment becomes competitive. You keep presenting old achievements like they still generate interest, while the rest of the room is trying to figure out whether you've done anything recently besides repeating stories that get less impressive every time they're recycled. I don't even argue anymore, because arguments imply both sides have something equally valuable to contribute. And I've sat through enough conversations to know that isn't always the case, especially when somebody mistakes enthusiasm for expertise and volume for authority. The funniest part is watching people decorate weakness with complicated language because they think vocabulary can distract from reality. But reality has an incredible habit of surviving translation no matter how many adjectives get involved. You talk about influence like influence automatically creates importance. When I watch entire circles full of influential people become completely relevant the second a difficult decision required accuracy instead of popularity.
Some individuals spend years building a reputation designed to survive applause and then act shocked when it collapses under examination, because applause and examination have never been remotely similar experience.
I keep hearing the same promises wrapped in different packaging, and honestly the packaging is getting more creative than the results, which is impressive in its own way if the objective was marketing rather than performance.
The room always changes once specifics arrive, because specifics don't care about image management, and image management has been protecting a lot of fragile egos from direct contact with measurable reality.
You keep talking about standards while negotiating with every standard that becomes inconvenient, which explains why the speeches sound ambitious but the outcomes sound familiar. Everybody loves claiming they're built for pressure, right up until pressure starts asking questions that can't be answered with charisma, confidence, or carefully prepared introductions. The strange thing is that nobody notices how repetitive the performance has become, because repetition sounds like consistency when the audience isn't paying attention. But once attention improves, the difference becomes impossible to ignore. I've watched people spend years chasing visibility, only to discover visibility attracts scrutiny, and scrutiny starts collecting answers that marketing forgot to prepare for. The gap between perception and reality gets expensive eventually, and the bill always arrives whether somebody believes in it or not. Which is why I prefer difficult truths over comfortable narratives every single time.
By the time you're finished explaining why you deserve the position,
the position has usually become more interested in somebody who spent less time explaining and more time becoming qualified. Like so damn glad. Yeah. Black sedan, glide through the riverside mist. Chrome wheel spin when the nightlight flick. Whole crew long on some silent-ish. No fake hype when the baseline hit. Gray smoke curl from the rooftop vents. Cold wind slash through the apartments. Young wolves move with attention lift. Everybody stressed with a siren spin. 808 crawl through the hollow floor. Whole room shake when the low end roar. No fake chains, no fake old boys. Just blackout thoughts in a predator wall. Tick tick kiss when the hi-hats twitch. Every line got venom stitched. Internal rhymes all layered thick. Every breath sound militant. No fake pain for a viral clip. No fake flex on influencer trips. I got true scars for survival stress. At nights where the lights got disconnected. Mom worked late on exhausted ships. Hands all cracked but she never quit. Meanwhile I rode in the hallway dark with a racing chest and a restless heart. Bus stop steam in the freezing rain. Train sparks flash while the nights drag late. Young boys dream about escaping pain. To blue light spin and the whole thing change. Boom clap stomp when the kick drums land. Whole venue shake like collapsing plans. Every punchline got impact packed like iron bats in a biker clash. Fast flow mode now the lungs ignite. Tongue move rapid in a savage style. Every syllable packed airtight like pressure tanks in a storage site. Black ski mask when the moonlight hit. Eyes too cold on some ruthless itch. Whole crew step with militant twist. No weak bars, every sentence crisp. I seen fake stars with the staged out grin. Fake ice wrist and influencer clips. To real life, pressure break they ribs. Then a whole fake image split. DNA burst when the beat line crack. Voice turned dark and the flow snap back. Every line got danger packed like mad black trucks in a tunnel crash. Over intense when the sub bass growl. Heavy footsteps in the underground like masked up crews with aggressive sounds. And years of frustration pouring out. Still got trauma inside my sleep. Still hear sirens inside my dreams. Still got ghosts in the back of my mind. Still got scars I don't post online. But the booth turn pain into heavyweight tracks. Turn cold nights into combat raps. Now every beat line bend and snap when the blackout energy flood the map. Tick tick boom, now the tempo switch. Double time tongue on some savage-ish. Every rhyme interwoven thick like razor wire around a battleship. No weak spots in a structure built. Every cadence got pressure sealed like military drills in a bunker field. With a hunger too real to conceal. Street side puddles reflect blue lights. Young boys lurk with the school face vibe. Everybody trapped in a looped up life, trying to get rich before they lose their mind. I stay low when the fake boys bar. Never move loud for attention sparks. Cause I seen too many wolves get scarred from the image chase and the reckless charge. 808 pressure make the roof cave in. Whole crowd rage when the lights start dimming. Every verse got dark intentions, like erased out names in the core file system. Mine still brace when the moonlight hit. Still got ghosts in the subconscious pit. Still got fear I suppress real deep. But the mic turn rage in a masterpiece. Boom boom stop when the bassline strike. Whole crowd jump when the stage ignite. Every bar got blade edge bite. Every rhyme got war zone vibes. Internal patterns all overlap like coded messages in a cyber chat. Every cadence attack like steel toe boots in a biker scrap. Late night shift with the hood pull low. Cold train wind through the corridor. Young lost soul with a twisted hope. Still trying to climb from the lower floor. I remember nights with the heat cut dead. 3 thick hoodies on the same small bed. Now the stain boys who never gave respect wanna scream my name when the streams get big. Fast pace, now the drums go sick. Every breath got 6-fold twists. Every line got pressure grip like chokeholds in a basement pit.
Middle of the track, now the flow goes savage, rapid fire. Tongue with ballistic patterns, every syllable lock in position like war room codes in a dark transmission. Breath too sharp, but the bar stay crisp. Mind gone black when the sub bass hit. Every cadence got bomb like wrists, like propane tanks in a cargo ship. Cold smoke rise on the riverside bridge. Whole crew move on the moonlight dim. No fake flex when the tension thick. Just black outrage and a sharpened grin.
You keep speaking like the room owes you respect, while the evidence keeps filing complaints behind your back. And honestly, the contradiction is becoming more entertaining than the performance itself. Because every introduction sounds monumental, and every outcome sounds suspiciously average. The confidence always arrives before the credentials, and somehow you're surprised when reality refuses to validate the marketing campaign. Which is strange, because presentation has been carrying responsibilities that capability never volunteered to handle. You spent so much energy protecting the image that the image became more developed than the person standing behind it. And now every conversation feels like watching a spokesperson trying to defend a company that stopped producing anything worth discussing years ago. That explanation sounded impressive until somebody asked a follow-up question, and suddenly the certainty started changing shape, because certainty built on assumptions rarely survives detailed inspection. The entire strategy seems dependent on nobody checking the details, which would be a fantastic plan if details weren't the exact place where the truth usually lives. You keep describing yourself like a headline, while the facts keep behaving like fine print. And the gap between those two things is getting large enough to require its own address. The funniest part is watching somebody mistake attention for leverage, because attention disappears the moment something more interesting arrives, while leverage keeps working even when nobody feels like clapping. A polished introduction can only travel so far before it runs into reality, and reality has never shown much respect for rehearsed narratives that aren't supported by measurable results. You talk about standards the same way tourists talk about ownership, because visiting something briefly and building something permanently have never been remotely similar experiences. The room gets noticeably quieter whenever specifics arrive, because specifics don't negotiate and they don't care how expensive the presentation looked before the question started. That reputation survived applause beautifully, but it seems considerably less comfortable around accountability, which probably explains why accountability keeps getting postponed until a more convenient date. The language becomes increasingly complicated whenever the facts become increasingly simple, and that's usually the moment I start paying closer attention, because complexity has a habit of appearing when clarity would be inconvenient. You keep acting like criticism created the weakness when the weakness was already there, and criticism simply turned the lights on, which is an important distinction if accuracy still matters. At some point the performance stops looking ambitious and starts looking repetitive, because repeating the same promises in higher resolution doesn't actually transform them into achievements. But by the time another speech finishes explaining why recognition should arrive, somebody quieter has usually produced another result and moved the conversation forward without needing permission, approval, or an audience.
Chrome skyline on the ocean edge. Matte black coupe with the blue light spread. Whole squad deep while the baseline stretch. 808 pressure make the street lights bang. Fast lane cuts through the pouring rain. Palm trees blur on the outer lane. Whole city bounce when the kick drums bang. Mic too loud for the brakes to save. Forged black rims with the strobe black glare. Twin turbo hound through the ocean air. Whole car shaking from the sub bass flare. No weak songs when the speakers tear. Tick tick snap when the hi-hats dance. Every bar got a racetrack stance. Internal rhymes in a woven pattern like sharp lane cuts in a carbon phantom.
No fake captions for the scrolling crowd. No fake diamonds, the music loud. I want rooftop dinners above the clouds, with the skyline going in the bass maxed out.
Cold wind sliding through the moonroof crack. Whole squad laughing in the all black mat. Every heartbeat sync when the 808 slap. Like midnight lunches on a canyon path. Boom, boom, clap, stop when the low end land. Whole dashboard shaking from the speakers slam. Every punchline got impact packed like launch control on a 6-lane drag.
Fast flow mode
with the cadence switch. Tongue move sharp on some savage-ish. Every syllable stitched too thick like tires smoke when the back wheel twist. Cream suede seats with the ambient shine. Blue LED glow on the center line. Whole city moving when the hooks align. Everybody floating in the starlit vibe. DNA spark when the beat line crack. Voice rise up, then the flow snap back. Every line got pressure packed like supercharged runs in the map black Hellcat. Whole crowd drunken when the bass line growl. Windows shaking when the drums too loud. No weak songs when the track go hard. Everybody locked in the superstar cloud. Still got hunger in the bloodstream deep. Still got dreams that I gotta reach. Still move fast while the world is asleep. Cause winners ride while the rest just sleep. 808 slide through the speaker frame. Whole lane shaking when the sub bass bang. No lazy talk, no recycled game. Just midnight drives in the foreman range. Tick tick boom, now the engine scream. Fast lane switching through laser beams. Every rhyme got velocity like twin turbo boost on the city streets. No weak spots in the structure built. Every cadence got pressure sealed. Like race stay focused behind the wheel. With ambition too real to conceal. Duffel bag stuffed with extensive fleece. Energy drinks and designer sneaks. Whole squad deep with the restless seed. Everybody locked when the drums hit deep. I stay grinding while the rest stay on. Now the skyline view look platinum gold. Same dudes laugh when the dreams look bold. Now they screenshot every move I post. Stop when the kick drum smash. Whole trunk shaking from the baseline crash. Every verse got momentum packed like midnight races in a supercharged jag. Fast pace when the chorus hit. Whole heartbeat on some psycho-ish. Every line got pressure bib like burnout smoke when the launch control hit. Right downtown glow through the tinted glass. Whole squad move when the hooks attack. Everybody lit in the all black bins. Cause hard work turned to the life we have. Internal patterns all overlap like freeway routes on a GPS map. Every cadence attack like V12 pipes when the valves all crack. Whole squad ride when the moonlight hit. Big sub bass with the neon drip. No weak bars, every sentence lit like Tokyo signs on the midnight strip. Late night cruise with the windows crack. Ocean breeze while the bassline slap. Whole team laughing in the Cadillac. Cause all night drives to the moments that last. Still got goals in a savage mind. Still want more when the stars are shine. Cause once you level up one more time, you see bigger dreams on the other side. 808 pressure make the whole car jump. Hands on the wheel when the hooks are punched. No burnout vibes, no slowing up. Just non-stop gas till the song box come. Middle of the track, now the flow go crazy. Rapid fire tongue all energized lately. Every syllable sharp and wavy. Like freeway runs going 180. Breath too fast with the bars stay crisp. Whole car shaking when the sub bass hit. Every cadence got champion grid like photo finish.